What's up, everybody? This is Papper from Icon Trading, and today we're going to be going over what is a level 2 and time and sales. And these are two really important things that we have to be able to know how to use as day traders. Okay, so going on to level 2, we have a bid and an ask. If we look to the left, we have our bid described by the arrow. Now our bid is our buyers. This is all the people trying to buy the stock. And then our ask is our seller. These are all the people trying to sell the stock. Now, if you could see, the price of people trying to buy and the price from people trying to sell is a little bit different. They're not the same price. That's known as a spread. So basically, when you have a tight spread, that means the tightest spread you could get is a cent apart. That's a really tight spread. That means the stock is very liquid and it's a relatively safe stock. Now, on the other side, the spread can get very wide, especially when it's illiquid or a high risk stock. If you also notice, I wrote X100. That means you have to times all the size quantities on the bid and the ask by 100 to get the accurate amount of shares trying to be bought or sold. Now we're going to move over to time and sales. The way to think of time and sales is as receipts. These are basically like your stock receipts. Now, when we're looking at time and sales right now, if we notice it is written in red, that means it was bought at the bid. Now, if it was written in green, that means it was bought or sold at the ask. So now looking at the top of the time and sales, so looking at the top of the columns for the time and sales, we can see we have date, price, and size. And this is important so we can see how much is being bought at a certain price. Okay, so as we can see, we have a large amount of buyers at this $5. Whole numbers tend to be a nice support level or resistance level for a stock. Now this $5 is going to act as support as we can see the large buying. Okay, so now let's move on to live examples. Okay, so we have CGC here, which has a big buyer at this 1417 area. So now we're looking to short under 1470. So what we want to do for this is we want to look at the level 2 and we want to look at the bid. As soon as the bid goes under 1417, that's when we want to click our sell button to short this stock. So we're going to wait until the bid says 1417, then we're going to short the stock. Okay, now we're at the 1417 area again, and we want to see if the stock could finally break through this large buyer. When a stock breaks through a large buyer, it has, or most of the time has, a large initial downwards move. Now this move may be short-lived or it can continue to keep going on. Sometimes, if the move is short-lived, it will break down, have a drastic move downwards, and then be immediately bought back up. Now you don't know what's going to happen, so you got to be careful as always. Now, you never know how big of a position the buyer is trying to buy or if it's a seller trying to sell, because most of the times they will be using dark pools. Now, it's very important to be able to spot out hidden buyers and hidden sellers, which I will make my next video on. Now, as you can see, we just broke under that 417 level and we're at the 416. There's also a lot of buying at the 416. You can see there's 4,000 shares trying to be bought. They were just cleared, and as we can see now, we're making that big move downward. Just like we could use the level 2 for our entry, we could also use it for our exit. So for this example, we're going to use 1410 as our imaginary profit target for this trade. So we want to have at least 1410 on this. So once on the level 2, we're looking at the ask. Once we cross the 1410, if we see the ask on the level 2 go above 1410, we're gonna click the sell button or the buyback button, buy back and cover our position. Now we're gonna use this as our kind of our trailing stop loss. We're watching the ask on the level 2, and as soon as it goes over 1410, we're gonna hit the cover button. All right, now we're trailing down. Now we can see that we're under 1405. So now we're going to use 1405 as our new trailing stop loss for this. So as soon as the ask goes over 1405, then we're going to move and hit the buy button. Okay, so we're watching. It's at 1402. If it goes under 14, 14 is gonna be our new stop. And all right, so now we click our button and we're out at 1406. Okay, so this is where I would have sold half of my position to cover my entire risk for the position. Then I would have let the rest of the position ride because it's probably going to continue to go back down. But now I'm playing with house money and it's a free trade. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please comment any video that you want to see down below.
Let me find out how you feel. You made me feel like I've been falling.